Okay, this is the Sunday brief. Let's look at the week ahead for markets. Over the weekend, we have had yet another extraordinarily noisy, painful back and forth with regard to US-Iran negotiations. We woke up this morning to Trump saying that a deal is imminent, yet again Iran saying that that's nonsense and they're miles away on the uranium enrichment program, etc., etc. And then, of course, just 25 minutes ago, we got news that Trump told the negotiation team to not rush into a deal. So net, we are no closer to knowing anything that's going on. It's this stage of the process is incredibly painful. But quite frankly, as I've said a million times, I just ignore it all until we get some news that's actually real news. I have a short in oil in my macro book. I've obviously been leaning into the semiconductor shorts after having got stopped out yet again. But I'm very patient and I'm very focused on what's going on here. There is so much to consider. We have euphoric moments going on in the AI capex story. We have a potential deal, which is going, if that does happen, we will get short-term relief on rates in the bond market. We will get short-term rollover in oil, and we may well get an excuse for the market to rotate out of tech, which is mainly a defensive trade, as well as the obvious fundamental tailwind, into some of the more economically sensitive parts of the market which have been left behind. And that, by the way, was the parts of the world that were getting bought prior to this war, if you can remember. So rotations are going to be the name of the game. Trading, being nimble, understanding exactly what's going on is going to be the name of the game. But most importantly, you have to be very patient. The nature of this beast is that inflation, the inflation genie is somewhat out of the bottle. Yes, it can be kept under control if we get a deal and all rolls over. But it's going to take weeks, if not months, to filter through the system. We've got core PCE on Thursday to look at. Then we've got the next CPI print on the 10th of June. But even that might be too early to be able to see the reverberations and the result of the choking up of all these supply chains around the world due to the Iran war. So it's going to be choppy. We're dealing with summer months coming up. We're dealing with the CTAs who have stopped buying, with the hedge funds are max long, the retail's piled in. So the positioning story and the flow story is not as supportive as it was before. It's going to be choppy. It's going to be noisy. And it's going to be, for those of you who cannot trade, it's going to be a time to just think very carefully about what in fact you do want to be long or short if you've got the ability to do that. We've also got Snowflake's earnings this week. What else have we got? Marvell, of course, and Salesforce. Three big names that I trade in my book quite regularly. All going to be very interesting. I can't wait to hear what Mark Benioff's going to say on that call with regard to the AI threat or not. It's still under a lot of pressure. Bank of America downgraded them to sell the other day. He maintains that they're working with AI, not against it. So that's going to be fascinating, as is Snowflake for that matter. We've also got some GDP number as well. So all the best, guys. Happy trading.